Orie elangwa Marion Wangoi mwana wa Nekea erura Eshiangusi a village langwa Eshiangusi mana endi marama hurura bulanda Eshiamkoko endi namhula. Have you understood anything? That was a brief introduction of myself, simply saying that my name is Marion Wangoi, daughter of Anekea, and I live in Eshiangusi village. I'm from Bulanda, Eshiamkoko, and I'm a Marama, and is it a clan or something, is Namhula. Yes, I am a Luhya girl. This is not something I would have confidently said before. I grew up really hating the Luhya language. I didn't like the way it sounded. I thought it just sounds so bad, and I hated the fact that I was a Luhya and being this person who has this foul language. Yeah, so I grew up with that hatred. The friends I had, they were more of loving the Luo language, yet all of us are Luyas, but myself, I love the Kikuyu language. You're probably wondering, then why am I called Wangoi? Wangoi is the name to the mom to my dad. So my grandmother is called Wangoi. That's why I am called Wangoi, named after her. So for me, I love the Kikuyu language. Yeah, growing up, just loving the Kikuyu language, and others are saying, I love Luo myself. I hate my language, which is Luhya, but I love Kikuyu. But then it came to 2007, 2008, and post-election violence happened. All the Kikuyu girls in my school never reported back in January. I remember here in Mumias, there was violence, so much violence, and the Kikuyus here owned different shops, just different places, and they were all sent away. Their shops burnt, looted. It was so sad. I remember, if you hear of these stray bullets, I actually was almost hit by a stray bullet. It landed so close to me, and I know that was a really terrible time. So I go back to school in January. All the Kikuyu girls are no longer in our school. We are only Luyas and maybe Luos and all these other tribes and Kalenjins probably. And I now stop calling myself Marion Wangui. I start writing in my book Marion Anekea. And all the girls were like, Marion amechange jina ndo tusimfukuze. Yes. And I didn't know how to defend myself. I just said, no, mimi ni Mluya, so msinifukuze and all that. So it was a tough time. The time that probably I was beginning to realize actually I am a Luhya and I am not a Kikuyu. I need to appreciate this language of mine. So I grew up. I don't think I still loved the Luhya language. I probably didn't still like it, but I grew up like that, and just interacting with my fellow Luhyas. But then I don't know at what point, but I started appreciating the fact that I am a Luhya and not any other tribe. But still, I would love it when guys come to me and start guessing my tribe. They're saying all these other tribes, but then I tell them, no, that is not mine. And learning to actually appreciate, in as much as I may have a Kikuyu name, in as much as I may look like this other tribe, but at the bottom of it I am actually a Luhya, and this is something I need to be proud of and glad about. So I came to love this language of mine, but the moment I am coming to love and actually appreciate my language, I realize that I actually don't know how to speak it. You have probably heard it. my 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 bad language. Whenever I speak it in front of maybe old men and women, they actually laugh at me because my language is so bad. My Luhya language is so bad, and that is something I resent, honestly. That the fact that I am not able to actually speak fluently like a real Luhya. I don't like it. And in Kenya, there are many tribes, and there's this thing about Kenyans. Probably, yeah, I think I have met several places where guys are like saying, being being a Kenyan is so hard. You get somewhere and guys are like, unatoka wapi? Which tribe are you from? Where do you stay? And guys really resent that. But I actually think that is a beautiful thing. We need not hide our identities for in the shadow of that we are united, there is no division among us. No, I think we actually need to appreciate the fact that we are different. This is a Kikuyu, this is a Masai, this is a Luya. They are all unique in their own cultures, in their own language, and in their own way. We appreciate that they are actually different. She's not from where I am, or he's not from where I am, but he's still a Kenyan. He's still valuable. His character or who he is does not diminish because of the tribe where they come from. So I don't think we need to resent the fact that when we are met, we are asked, unatoka wapi, we ni mlugha gani? But actually appreciate and be proud of the individuals that we are, the people that we are. And in that appreciation, uh, live together in unity, in that this is not a unity where we are not acknowledging the different people that we are, that but this is a unity where we are actually knowing they are not the same as me, but I love them. I love the fact that they are just different. Unity in diversity. I hope that can be realized someday, and actually people owning up who they are, and not using that against another person, but using that to actually appreciate the person that you are and the person that they are. I think there is also another thing that's made me come to appreciate the different tribes and languages. The fact that I realized in heaven, all tribes, all nations, all languages are represented. Let me just read from Revelations chapter 7 verse 9 to 10, which says, after this I looked, and behold, a great multitude with which no man could number, from every nation, from all tribes and peoples and tongues, standing before the throne, before the Lamb, clothed in white robes, with palm branches in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, salvation belongs to our God, who sits upon the throne, and to the Lamb. So I think this actually magnified my love for the different languages, different tongues, and the different people in all the world. In that, all of us, all tribes, all nations, all races will be represented in heaven. And God does not discriminate against any tribe, but each and every one of them will be represented in heaven. So I think that is something we need to realize. Even in the eyes of God, we are valuable, and there is no distinction. Yes, we may be different in terms of our race, in terms of our culture, in terms of our language, but that does not diminish the fact that we are all children of God. And let us not use our differences against one another, but our differences to embrace each other. I just want, for me, recently I have been enjoying Rwandese songs. I actually don't understand anything. Okay, I understand a few because it's Bantu and I can relate to Luhya language and Swahili. So I understand a few things, but I am actually enjoying the songs from Rwanda. And I'm like, heaven should be beautiful. If we will ever sing these songs together with the Rwandese just singing these songs, Kenyans, we Luyas come shaking our our shoulders. That will be a beautiful sight to behold. So I hope that in Kenya, probably come the next election, we will not actually use our tribes against one another, but use it to appreciate the diversity, the beauty in us all, and realize that actually this beauty has been made by God and He's pleased by it. And at the end of it all, He will welcome all the tribes represented into His kingdom. Yeah, that is all. I hope you have learned something, and be proud of who you are. Don't hide it. Whether you think your language is like me previously, that it doesn't sound good, or your culture is probably associated with something that is not nice, do not be ashamed of it. Actually, realize that this is actually what makes it beautiful and different and unique, and appreciate it. And for you, right now, there is, I sometimes think that certain tribes, okay, right now I no longer hate how their language sounds, but probably other languages how they sound. But let it not discourage you. Just speak your language if you can, and be proud of it, and uh don't let anyone look down upon your tribe, and you now being comfortable being looked down upon. But let's all embrace our uniqueness, our diversity, the tribe and beauty that is Kenya. Yes, thank you, and see you again. Bye.